Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are around the world. Welcome to my YouTube channel, and my name is Eileen McCory. And today, I'm going to tell you a story, a real story, a real life story that happened to one of my friends. Yeah, one of my friends. Guys, the American dream is really bad to the extent of lying to partners just because you want to relocate to the US. So no, we shouldn't be this low. So my friend is from Ivory Coast. So she filed for her husband, not even her boyfriend. Oops. Sorry. She filed for her husband, and when it was time for him to come, men, why do you do this to women? Men, why? So they used to communicate until the time he got his paperwork done. Then the communication died. Listen to me. They were communicating. They used to communicate as she's doing things for him until he got his paperwork. Then the communication started dying. Slow, like it takes 2 weeks. Then she sees him active on Facebook. When she reaches to him, and it's like, oh, I got sick. Oh, something came up. Oh, yeah, I'm working on it. I'll let you know when I'm coming. So the guy at some point now even disappeared from Facebook. Either he blocked her or just disappeared from Facebook. Now she didn't have any way of communicating with him. So actually, when she was coming to the US, she came to the husband's cousin. The husband's cousin is the one who hosted her. So the husband's cousin hosted her until she settled, and now she had her own apartment, and now she started filing for her husband to come and join her. So along the way, he disappeared. There was no communication at all until like about 6 months later. She was working in a hospital. Hey, karma is real. Let me tell you guys, karma is real. So she was working in a hospital, and one day, in the hospital where we have, she had signed up as a translator. We have these services in hospitals or in other places. In most public places have these services of translation. Like I can go and translate in Swahili. I can sign up for that. So she had signed up to translate in French. So this is what happens when they call you. Like they tell you, hey, we have a patient, and we need help, and this patient only speaks in French, so we need help. So in translation, so that the patient can get the desired treatment. So the lady wrote the details Oh, I'm sorry. I shouldn't be laughing, but I'm laughing because karma is real. So the lady, when the lady got the details of the patient, guess what? The patient was her husband. The patient was her husband, the one whom she had filed for and who disappeared through the thin air. He disappeared through thin air. She couldn't hear of him. She didn't hear of him until he was sick in the hospital bed, needing help for translation, and was real sick. So my friend was like, I'm sorry, I can't help with that patient because I know the patient. Yeah, sometimes when you know the patient, it's pretty good just to say no, you can't attend to that. Yeah, it's good to say you can't attend to the patient because you know them. You have a right to say no. You're not forced to attend to the patient. Yeah. So my friend, the husband got paperwork, decided to block her in all avenues, and he flew to the US, went to the same cousin who was hosting her when she landed to the US, and then went meow. So you and I, the guess you have, is the same. So he was just using the wife to just relocate to the US, and after relocating to the US, he dumped her. In fact, he dumped her before he relocated to the US, because he dumped her the moment he got the paperwork and it disappeared. Yeah, that's crazy. I tell you, it's so crazy. So I was like, so what are you going to do, my friend? Will you report or will you just let it be? She was like, well, I need to take a break. I need to take a vacation to think about everything, but I leave him to God. I'm not going to report him. It is his life. I leave everything to God. She went on a vacation. Right now, as we talk, she is on a vacation, trying to figure out what to do, trying to figure out why the man she so loved decided to treat her like that. Please, man, if you don't love someone, just let them know. Let them know you don't love them early enough. Don't pretend just because you see there's something you are going to benefit from them. No. We need true love. We need genuine love. It's not right to use someone as a stepping stone to your benefits, and when you get your benefits, you dump them. That's not right. And so, ladies, for her it's a different case. I know this was a husband she got married to before she came to the US, but he had other plans. Okay, I know we have some of our friends also who have, yes, Francis, Violet, thank you. Yeah, it's true. Someone just marries you because he or she knows they are going to benefit from you, and especially when they hear you're in the US, they're like, yes, somebody can love you so much when you are apart, but when you bring them, they're like, oh, you thought I loved you? No, I just was using you. I wanted to use you so that I can get to the US. So let's be careful with the kind of relationship we get into. Sometimes it's really hard, it's pretty hard to know if the friendship is genuine or it's for benefits. Yeah, it's tricky, but the thing is, let's try to tread carefully before we do such things. And it's not only ladies who it has happened to. I know of a man who was here. He also filed for his wife. She came. They stayed for some time. And now as we talk, they are not together. It's like the woman came here, her eyes which were blind were opened somehow, and she happened to see other great men, and she didn't have any interest with her husband. So they say life is for the living, but sometimes the things we do, they are not pleasing even before the eyes of God. Those who are planning to do the same, like you want to get, you want papers and not the true love, tread carefully. You know, this thing can even cost you. You may even not have your citizenship. I saw somewhere on this immigration lawyer where the lady was saying, I've just realized my husband didn't love me, was just using me to get his green card. How can I report him? And they're getting information to know on how to go and report, and they will report. And once you are reported, my friend, if you are reported, let me tell you, it's gonna be tough for you, because deportation is the end result. If someone knows you are doing it for just paper and not true love, it's gonna cost you. It's gonna cost you. Yeah? So just marry because you love the person. Marry genuinely. Stop entering into these contracts for paper. Just you want papers and you don't love the person. It has cost so many people. Like some men, even for ladies, some men know you want paperwork and they come and play with you and say, I can give you paper, come stay with me. Or I've heard of people who, like, they signed contract and they were paying these men or women to help them get the paperwork. They started the process. Along the way, these guys changed the tune. They changed, and then they even want to demand even more money than what they'd agreed on. And because you know, if you don't give them enough money, you are not going to get the paperwork. So you continue giving money. It's like you're just working for this person. So this person, at the end of it, they don't want to work. They just want to use you for their daily living. You earn, you give them. You earn, you give them. Your money is their money. You don't have any penny with you because you are trying as much as you can to help yourself get the paperwork. But this person, they've known. Some of them have known people come here, they pretend to be loving, but they only want paperwork. So they play along with that. And guess who suffers the most? Who suffers the most? It's you. It's you who decided to pay the person so that they can give you papers. And for women, it's even worse. The man will be like, hey, after all, you are my wife, you are legally married to me. Come, let's sleep together. Yeah. It has happened to many, and they sleep, thinking that that's the only way they can get the paperwork. So it's the thing to happen, and please be careful. Be careful. Some say, oh, I don't want to marry a lady who is already in the US. Let me go get someone from Kenya. You think the one from Kenya's eyes are closed? They are not blind. They know what's happening, and they will give you all the love you need until you forget your wife. I've heard of many men who have left their wives here. They leave the wives here. They go Kenya, and they get another woman and they bring them here. The moment they drop here, they are done. It's not a good experience. Let's learn to be honest to one another. Let's learn to have genuine, true love to one another. If you don't love the person, don't pretend to be loving just because you want something. It's not worth it. It's not worth it at all. Yeah, someone brought the wife from Kenya, educated her, she became a nurse. Went on graduation day, she dumped him. She dumped him on graduation day. So things happen. Things are happening here in the US. Things are happening. But my friends, let's be careful. Let's be careful with the things that are happening. If you love the person, just love them genuinely. I know you want the paperwork. I know you want to have the green card. I know you want to have that freedom. But get it in the right way. If you love the person, just love the person genuinely. Stop pretending. It will cost you. It will cost you. Because right now, the people who are blinded into thinking they are loved, when they realize it was a scam, they report you. And when they report you, everything you've ever had is revoked. It will be revoked and you'll be deported. So learn to live a genuine life, trust in God in everything, and all shall be well. Okay? Yeah, so don't be like my friend who filed for her husband, not even boyfriend. She filed for her husband. Husband came to the US without letting her know he's already here. Yeah? Until he got sick, you know? God is aware of revealing these dirty things you do to others. Yes, God does that. The way he did to that man, like he fell sick, in his sick bed, the woman gets to know that the man is already in the US. My friend. I've seen some people, they marry, and then because the woman or man wants paperwork so fast, they go and lie. They file for power, like it was a domestic violence. They've been assaulted. So, and you know, when you report that, the paperwork is done faster. So they do that and they spoil for someone. Stop lying. Stop pretending. Yeah. If you love me, say, hey, I love you genuinely, and show it. Stop pretending. We know people love pretending, but when it comes to matters love, one has only one heart. Don't keep breaking it. Be genuine. Just marry for love, not for papers. Because I've seen my friends suffering because they married for papers. Yeah, suffering comes. We have those few who are lucky, but majority have suffered. And if they were to open up and talk what they went through, even those who got the paperwork, what they went through before they got their papers, you'll be surprised. People go through hell to get those papers. So, my friends, that's all I have for today. Just be genuine, be real, be honest. It doesn't cost you anything being honest. No, it doesn't cost you being honest. Instead, it blesses you. Learn to be a blessing to someone, not a burden or a curse to someone. Being a blessing to someone is better than being a curse to someone, okay? Love genuinely, be honest, be real. You can't pretend for long. Because at some point, the reality will hit home. Thank you. I hope you got something. And if you are going to file for somebody, think fast before you do it, especially if someone is out of the country, they're taking advantage of you. Please think about it first. Try to know if it's real, if this person has other interests, so that they don't use you. They use you. You file for them. You buy a ticket for them. You leave everything for them. You don't live your life because you want to please them. You want to make them happy. You bring them in. The moment they land at the airport, you just become a nobody. Be careful, and I pray that may your relationship, if you are planning to have one, be a genuine one. Yeah. And those who are abroad, let me say those who are not in the US, please, if someone comes and they say they love you and you don't love them, please say no. Stop pretending just because say I don't love him, but because I want papers, let me just pretend to be loved. You can't pretend for long. No, pretense doesn't last. That's one thing, and for sure, pretending doesn't last. You pretend for few days, few months, few years, and it will be over. You get tired of pretending. And if there's something God has really hidden from us, it's knowing some of the things. I wonder how someone just pretends to be loving. Not that I've not been a victim, I've been a victim. Somebody pretends they're loving you, then they end up giving you lame excuses as to why A, B, C, D. Hey, love. If people were to write a book about love, it wouldn't be a book, it would be books. Books about love. Someone coming to you because he has his or her own interests. You think they love you, but they don't have genuine love. The problem is we don't discern. Sometimes we don't discern. And then sometimes when we are advised by friends, hey, be careful, tread carefully with that so and so. You're like, oh, they're jealous. They're jealous. If someone tells you be careful, just try to be careful first before you say they're jealous. Because when you will discover that they were right, you'll be ashamed even to approach them. I know. Someone was warned of a man that be careful, that man has so many scandals, please be careful. She was like, no, me, I already like him. In fact, I'm going to marry him. They were like, think about it, then come and tell us. Then after like a month, she went back and she's like, okay, thank you for letting me know about so and so, but I have decided it's the man I'm going to marry. Yeah, I love him so much and he loves me and I see it's genuine. Yeah, I see it's genuine. That's the problem. You know, when you are in love, sometimes there are things you may not be able to see, but someone or a friend can be able to tell. But because you are blindly in love, you don't want to listen. You don't give an ear to listen what's going on. When you are being advised, that man is lying to you. That man has so that man is doing this and this. You don't. It's been how long? How many years ago? It's been 7 years. And they've not married. And they're not even seeing each other eye to eye. Yeah, sometimes when we are warned and we are so deeply in love, hey, let's learn to love with brain. Don't just use the heart. The heart can cheat you, or the heart can lie to you. When you love, using your brain to help you. Yeah, sometimes, but I think women suffer a lot when it comes to these relationships. Yeah, because men are experts in lying when it comes to relationships. You will find a man in bed with a woman and you'll be like, no, let me explain. Let him find you in bed with another man. You won't even explain. You'll be dead. You won't be able to explain. So men, learn to treat us nicely. Be genuine to us. If you love us, just show us love and be genuine. Do not have me and you have someone else there and another one there. But anyway, today's topic was for people who marry because of papers in the US. Yes. Be careful. Be careful. Nowadays they will report you and whatever you got will be revoked. Don't just marry for papers. Marry for love. True love. In fact, even the lawyers will advise you, don't just marry for papers. It's not a good thing to do. Yeah, it's not a good thing to do. Just marry for love. Okay, my friends, I'm going to wish you a blessed day, a blessed morning for Pacific Northwest, a blessed afternoon Central, a blessed evening Eastern, that is East Coast. Yes. So have a good day. Until next time, think before you enter into a relationship and fall for people who just come for the sake of papers. They get the papers, they disappear from your life. May God bless you today. Bye.